You're on.
On December 7th, 1993, a gunman armed with a semi-automatic pistol named of Colin Ferguson walked into the third car of a Long Island Railroad train and methodically killed 6 people and injured 19. This became a sensational trial in which he defended himself and forced the families of the victims to be cross-examined by him, but also gave them the gift of responding to him. Initially, and in the end, Colin Ferguson was given 3 life terms. He is eligible for parole after the year 2309. This shooting also prompted a nurse named of Carolyn McCarthy to run for run for the House in 1996 because her husband was killed and her son was severely injured. She subsequently ran for 9 terms in the House. Now, there was a term that was used for her. She was called the gun lady because she proposed several gun pieces of gun legislation in the House of Representatives. That is a little unfair because she also helped write the No Child Left Behind and several other things. She was heavily involved in the labor movement, especially for the nurses and other abortion rights and all sorts of other issues as well. Most, if not all, of the significant gun legislation failed, partly because every time there was a mass shooting, that was when the gun legislation would be proposed. And over time, people would forget about it and people would stop becoming enraged. That is the same story for all gun legislation. Right now, we are upset and we are demanding legislation and demanding it now. That is not how this works. It doesn't happen overnight. We have to continue to press the other way. We have entitled, middle-aged white men who, alongside of the NRA, lobby and present lawsuits to the Supreme Court of the United States to preserve their rights. Now, the Supreme Court, the purpose of the Supreme Court is to interpret and uphold the Constitution, and in my eyes, also protect the public citizenry. This is not what is happening right now. We have a case in New York, which I will talk about on the long show. It's about to be decided, and this could have significant ramifications. So buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Also, the Constitution is a malleable document. Everyone is calling for the January 6th hearings to lead to indictments. I have no problem with that because of the sedition clause. Do you think that people are not looking at the heavily at the 6-3 supermajority, the heavy right 6-3 supermajority, and saying, hey, maybe we can protect our guys and weaken or even eliminate the sedition clause in the 14th Amendment? We have to wake up and understand how the system works and use it to our advantage and stop allowing the right wing and gun lobby and other lobbies to rip our rights apart. That's what I got.
That's good. And let me just say this right now. We have now a bill that is considered bipartisan, which, you know, I fear the American public will get comfortable with this because it's something.
Yeah.
The situation is this. It's great that they're going to give grants to the states for red flag laws. It's great they're going to boost mental health centers, but mental health centers needed to be boosted without a gun problem. Honestly, okay? And what are mental health centers going to do to stop mass shootings? I'm not really quite sure. Is that mean that a shooter gets to walk in with his AK-47 and say, please take this away from me because I'm about to shoot up a fucking school? You know what? This is, again, what the Democrats have to do to get something done because they don't have a big enough majority. It does not raise the age limit for buying an automatic or a semi-automatic weapon from 18 to 21. It does not require expanded background checks. It does not have anything to do with an assault weapons ban of any kind. It is the bare minimum that we can do. And again, I say this doesn't stop anything. You know, this is just lipstick on a pig, for lack of a better term.
Red flag laws mean nothing if they're not used.
Okay. And no one's going to ever convince me that the GOP-led states are going to use those red flag laws. No one. No one. Okay. I'm sorry. The GOP is squarely in the NRA's pocket and they are squarely pro-gun. So I don't know what to tell you. Don't get comfortable. This is not good enough. You know, you still need to vote these bastards out and you need to vote them out for more than just a gun problem. All right.
Push for Supreme Court reform. That is that's a long-term solution, but we got to do it. See you guys on the long show.
Okay.